music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love,
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is our review for Saints and Sinners. This is season 3, episode 8. It is the season finale, and I feel like my camera is off a little bit, so let me fix that. I just did a review, and my hair was out, and it was like, it's too hot. I know y'all can probably hear my air conditioner and my fan. It's 90 degrees today. So I had my hair down in the video before, and I was like, I can't do this, girl. No, I can't. And I'm like, I didn't want to put it up in a bun. So I literally just put it into two little, I just kind of pinned it up. But I look like somebody's great auntie. Like, I don't even look like myself. And I keep looking and laughing. So if y'all be like, what is up with her hair? Like, why is it weird? It's because I just could not have it down. I did not feel like putting it up. And so I think I look so weird. Like, this is so funny. Anyway, I'm sorry about that, people. Today's lipstick is Kat Von D. This is Baja 5. It was one of my faves. It is a really, really pretty color, and yeah, you can get it from Sephora. So Saints and Sinners, the season finale. It was a good season. It was a good season finale. I do think the season is really, really short. I do think the season should get more. The series should get more than 8 episodes. I think it should be 10. For a little bit, I think a lot of things were rushed in this last episode. I mean, it was still good. They still touched on a lot of key points. Some stuff I'm still a little bit. I was a little bit confused on, like 1 or 2 things. But it is what it is. I do hope they get a season 4. I have not looked to see if they have been renewed for a season 4. I know someone else have brought up how the seasons are like it's like a year in between or whatever. So we shall see when it comes back. So, we see the beginning of it come out, and Leona ass is out of jail. I'm looking like, how did the devil get out? So she's out on bail or whatever, and her and Ella are having a conversation. Basically, she feels like, I took 50 years to build this city up, to get it to where it is, and in one little year, when you was mayor, you didn't fuck everything up. You didn't mess up all the churches' money, whatever. It's just, this is in chaos. And Ella's pissed off because she now knows all the dirty deeds Leona has done, and how she involved Christy. That's the thing that pissed Ella off the most, really. Like, you made my child complicit in this damn situation, stealing babies or whatever. You had her steal a baby. She's like, well, no, Christy did that. We in this situation because we were trying to help her for something that she did, which is true. She did attack that lady, but at the end of the day, you then made her think the baby was dead. Like, you did the same thing you've been doing all these years. So, Ella, like, you think you're so much better than me. You're like, no, I think I'm stronger than you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And don't forget, I always land on my feet. I said, well, go ahead, little Eloise. Not Ella. Leona. Because Leona, you know what I'm saying, she just ain't for the bullshit. So, but I'm like, girl, if you love it, if you like it, I love it. But, I mean, I don't see how she got in jail at the TV magic. We do see, at that point, we see Dolores, the judge, come and talk to Ella at the office. So Ella already on edge because she about to get impeached. So she's already mad about that. And so she like, look, we need to talk. And she's like, so what's going on? She was like, your mama gonna ruin everybody. Like, we didn't all work hard to get to where we are. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, she's gonna go to jail or she might get out. But both of those are bad for anybody. So, so we have to come up with something different. So at this point, Ella like, what you talking about? I'm saying, I spit it out. She's like, well, there are ways around the law if you know what you're doing. So I'm looking like they finna plot and plan something. And she's like, but I thought you were friends with my mom. She's like, if friends come and go. But, I mean, no, they don't. Not the real one, but it is what it is. But, some people do things to where they're like, look, if it's between me or you, I'm gonna save me. I'm not gonna save you. But I feel like when everybody is doing wrong, and if y'all all caught, you can't let one person go down for it. If y'all all have been in on this all this time, y'all all at fault. So I mean, but she's like, look, it's either sink or swim, and I ain't gonna sink I'm gonna be swimming, and let me put some bugs in Ella's ear so she can kind of figure out some things too to help herself in the process. So I'm like, well, okay, it is what it is. We see Jabari, who goes sees Rex. Now, Jabari is still, kind of seeking answers between Malik said how he's his brother, Paige dying. It's a lot going through. What Jabari's going through a lot. So he's like, was Malik really my brother? Like, what happened to my mom? Why did she leave me? Did she really love me? Oh, he has all these questions or whatever. And, Rex like, look, for the most part, you lost your mom, you lost your daddy. For the most part, I tried my best to give you a good family, like, or what I thought was family. But, from what I remember, he said, your dad, it was hard for anyone to accept raising someone else's kid. Meaning, yes, your mama was pregnant with another baby, and your dad kind of couldn't accept it or whatever. So Jabari felt like his mom got pregnant again and then left him. And then, and things happened. But Rex like, from what I remember, your mama loved me and your mother. But, things happen, and things just happen, so it is what it is. And he then said something like, I feel like, family and family sometimes more than what you're born into. Family's thing where no matter where you are, you're going to always come back. So I feel like, maybe it's time for you to come back to the family, come back in the fold. He wants Jabari to come back to work with him, for him, or whatever in the industry. And Jabari like, look, I ain't looking for a boss. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a partner, and that's really it. And at that point, Rex like, look, the times and Cypress is changing, so, you know what I'm saying? I can ride with that. You know what I'm saying? We can make this work. Because they both say they work better as a team than they do separate. I mean, again, I didn't see season 1 and season 2. I will watch season 1 and season 2 before season 4 comes out. So at that point, I have a full understanding of everything. So, you know what I'm saying? When Jabari like, well, okay, we can see how things go. He like, because for me, things won't be the same for my daughter when I tell her, her mama gone or whatever. We do see the daughter come home, and we do see Jabari tell her that the mama passed away. My mom? I was like, oh, that was so sad. Okay, it was so sad. But, he let her know it was an accident. We thought mom was going to get better after that car accident, but she didn't. Mommy went to heaven. And it was, it was a sad moment, but he does tell the daughter that the mom passed away. Tam and Miles are home. Tam is still in full-fledged fog mode, meaning one, she's been through a lot. It's probably still drugs in her system she's trying to flush out, and she wants her baby. Okay, she wants her son, and they're kind of just waiting to figure out where he is, if he'll be finding all these different things. So the detective come by, and they hoping like, did you find my son or whatever? You're like, well, no, we're still looking. We're still waiting for Chrissy to wake up. We have a cop by her bedside so that when she does wake up, we can talk to her, because she's the only one who has real true any information. And but they're like, well, is it a good chance he'll be found? And he like, actually, the longer that a child is abducted, the least likely it is that they get the baby back. Which of course they don't want to hear that, but it was what it was. But we then see in Chrissy's hospital room, Chrissy's waking up, and the same cop who by her bedside showed up, didn't call no damn body. He let the nurse come in, and she was fully awake. So now the nurse, I don't know if this nurse is someone who she knew before, because Chrissy instantly looked like, I don't like this bitch. What you're here for? So I'm looking like, I don't know if they had something from the past, because I don't know. However, she's like, so you don't look that tough. Your family is kind of devious, but you don't even look tough. You look real helpless, like this is helpless as the baby you stole. I didn't steal no baby. She's like, you know what? Say whatever you want to say. And then the girl took a picture. I'm looking like she took a picture of her. I'm like, since a nurse took a selfie of a patient, I'm like, first of all, that's against HIPAA. You should be fired. But again, the way the girl was talking, like, yeah, I read in your chart that you tried to kill yourself. You took all these pills, you know what I'm saying? But I'm here to help you, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to make all the pain go away. So I'm like, did somebody pay the nurse? Because she said people do what they need to do for money. I said, so what she said that somebody paid her to convince Chrissy to kill herself? Because she was talking like she just was going to help Christy die. And I was like, well, what the hell is going on here? And, she was like, because Chrissy is restrained. She got restraints on him. And so when the nurse turned her back, Christy, because I'm like, her arms are so thin, she can get out of those. She ain't got no thick, she ain't got no thick wrists. And so she did. She got her wrists out. And she looked at the girl, and I guess she was going to show her, like, you think I ain't tough, but I am tough. So we see her with one arm out of the restraint. But I'm like, how the hell the nurse, it was a lot of noise. You ain't turning around or nothing? Girl, bye. Nurses is nosy as hell. Ain't nobody check all that noise, she ain't turning around. So the next thing we see is Chrissy walking out in the nurse's outfit, and no one knows her because she's in the nurse's outfit, which means she done got loose, got to the girl, and knocked her ass out some kind of way with a cop at the door. Not Chrissy a ninja. Okay, I ain't gonna say nothing about that, but it is what it is. So yeah, so now Chrissy is out. At this point in time, is it Stacia? I think it's Stacia. Stacia is now a counselor for Upsurge. So Kendrick gets to Malik's office, like, what you doing here, Stacia? She's like, what you doing here? They both doing some work for Malik. Malik is just moving pieces all around the board and making things come to fruition, because I mean he didn't had his plans for a long time. So you know what I'm saying, her and Kendrick both are kind of figuring things out, and she's saying how she's looking for her birth mother, because she now knows that one, she was adopted, and two, the adoption probably wasn't legal. So she said how, back in the day, all the clinic files were lost in the fight. They cut the pastor. So she said, but because they took Medicaid back then, how Medicaid probably had records, which she had to call Medicaid to get those records. So it's a whole desk full of stuff. So I'm looking like, okay, y'all talking too much. And I feel like this is where I got a little bit confused. They had all the files on the table. We got Kendrick there looking at stuff. Kendrick then, she says how all these women were, she looked for women who had, one came across her mom as a judge, or two had something to do with Leona's charity or whatever, to kind of see who had that connection. So all these names came up with those particular women. And he like, all these women had their lives ruined by Leona? That's kind of crazy. He then sees one picture, and he's like, where does this picture come from? And she gives him a file. I didn't see what the picture was, so I'm like, who was the picture? What is the picture? What's going on? Like, I'm confused. I'm looking like I was completely confused. So he then said, you know what I'm saying, you got a copy of this? At this point, I was confused, simply because we didn't see what he saw. And then he looked into it, another file, and I guess he put two and two together and got some kind of conclusion. I don't know what, but it was what it was. So he is now, you know what I'm saying, Inspector Gadget, Carmen Sandiego, you know what I'm saying, Darkwing Duck. He figuring things out. It's all goddamn mystery. From there, we see Leona and her lawyer meeting with, I'm gonna say the DA, because of course she is out on bail, but she still has to, I guess, do the time for a crime or whatever. Her lawyer like, okay, well, she ain't gonna do no time, so what deal you got? And they like, what? Her case has been all over the news, is the talk of the town. She had kidnapping and collusion and all these things that happen. People be held against that will, attempted all these charges or whatever. And her lawyer said, well, that, no, because the warrant that was used to even find Miles and Tam was illegal, because they forged the judge's signature. So anything, even Wilhelmina's testimony, is inadmissible because it was all from an illegal warrant. So that means everything within that, nothing can be used in court. And that's, honestly, that's true law. So she was like, so am I free to go? And I'm like, this, how she gonna just slide away? And then like, what about the missing baby? The lawyer like, we don't even know about the missing baby. All you have is a story from a crazy person, and this, they kind of just shooting holes. But I'm looking like, but you had two people. But again, it's inadmissible. So they like, she finna leave. So when she finna leave, Ella walk in. Hello, Mayor. It's like, can I have the room? So everybody leave except Ella and Leona. And at this point, I'm looking like, okay, what's going on? Ella, Wilhelmina, and what's the damn judge name? Judge Mitchell. Judge Mitchell has been in collusion with each other. Is it collusion? Collusion? Might be collusion. You know what I mean. They've been in cahoots. That's cahoots. They've been in cahoots with each other to get Leona ass off of her high horse. So Ella like, Mom, sit down and shut up. And she's like, who you think? Sit down, Mom, and shut up. She then goes to the whole thing of, I've had you declared incompetent because it's really easy. You know, all your antics recently, you know, made it seem kind of crazy. You know, Wilhelmina signed off on it, saying that she's the, you know, the head person or whatever. And then all I needed to do that was to get a judge to sign up whatever. Judge Mitchell did that. So the same thing. So that's what Judge Mitchell meant earlier. She said that there are ways around the law if you know what you're doing. Meaning the same thing we did to Gloria, we can do to your mama. And that's what they did. So she's like, I'm not going to be committed to an insane asylum. I'm not going to be, you know, taken to a psych ward. Who did this? She's like, well, Wilhelmina signed, you know, the medical thing, and Judge Mitchell signed the court thing. Those bitches. I said, okay, Leona, them bitches is surely right. So, you know, she's like, oh, and plus, if you don't want to sign this thing to say you'll be committed to the psych ward, you know, the whole Deborah Chase murder will come up, you know, so it'll be tied to you based on the gem they found that they had not been able to tie to anyone, you know, plus that ain't me. I didn't do that. I was cleaning up your mess. She's like, well, that's going to be your word against mine. I said, girl, I can't, Ella, you know, you're making me mad, Ella. You know, you're making me mad. She's like, I don't care. You know, you crossed the line when you included my daughter. You made her complicit in this situation. She's like, so sign it or else, because if you, my daughter, is broken. It's like, well, she'll be stronger because of it. And now at this point, I'm looking like, so her only choice is to, one, sign this thing and be committed to the psych ward because she's going to be declared incompetent. And if she do that, that's the only way that she won't face any charges. And I'm like, bitch, that's it. Because like, if you don't sign it, I'm going to put these other murders on you, plus the thing of Kendrick, and if they're going to run your, she was doing all these things that would just, even though she'll be getting off on the other stuff, you can't get off on this stuff. And it's going to be what it's going to be. So at this point, she was like, you know what? Whatever. But these are your choices. You know, do what you have to do. I'm like, nah, this is kind of crazy. At this point, we then see Ella fire the two detectives who was on the case. I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know, the female detective was already fired and let go, so she gone. But like, she gone. She would still get her pension. Now, the second dude, the detective who I found his name was Noah, he like, well, I ain't going out like that. Like, he ain't going out like ignoring the fact that Ella's, you know, corrupt. You know, she like, well, you know what? I'll give you time to pack up your desk. And if you quiet about it, you know, you can still get your pension. He like, you know, they know who you are. And who was like, you're the devil. I said, well, damn it, talk a little bit loud. And he yelled like, I want everyone to know she's the devil. She's doing this, and her whole family is evil. And they're corrupt. They don't follow the rules. Which is the whole reason he and his partner did the whole Warren thing fakely, because they like, that's what they would do. They don't follow law, neither should we. And then it's like, well, you know what, whatever, you know, goodbye, Noah. He was like, whatever, good riddance, Ella. So now I'm like, oh, he lost his job too? Well, Jesus be offense, that man don't even lose his job. And I'm like, but is it easy? Well, I guess it is that easy to fire somebody to be the mayor, because she's still the mayor. And that's also what Judge Mitchell said, like, you know, we need to get the detective out of there too, because he knows too much, and if we don't get him out of there, it's going to continually be some kind of investigation. And because they did that fake warrant thing, that's a reason to fire them. Even though they found valid stuff, they still broke the law. So at that point, you know what I'm saying, he packed up his little desk and he leaving or whatever. Here come Kendrick, like, you know, I need your help. You the only cop I trust. Like, when I ain't a cop, no more, your mom done fired me, so I'm out of here. I can't do it. The city is crazy. The city is corrupt. It's just too much A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Kendrick, like, you know, that's, everybody want to just take the easy route. You know what I'm saying? I need your help. You know what I'm saying? Leona is crazy. She tried to kill me. She got my sister trying to kill herself. You know, she took me away from my mom. All these things. You know what I'm saying? Now we have this proof. He gives him a little envelope or whatever. Like, this is what I have. And she has to pay. So Detective Noah said, well, now he's just Noah. He's like, well, you know what? I'm not a cop anymore, but I know someone I can call in a favor to see, because we have to get this into the right hands. We're like, okay, fine. So Chrissy didn't escape. We know that she gone. Where did she go to? Did she go to see her mama? Did she go try to kill her grandmama? Did she go to see, what did she go to? She went to Bethany, her girlfriend. And she get to Bethany's house, and it's a baby in the house. I told y'all 2 episodes ago, baby, Bethany adopted Tan's baby from Wilhelmina. I told y'all that. I knew it. So when she walked in and she see a baby, Bethany like, oh, you surprised me. Oh, she's like, are you going somewhere? Yeah, you know, we kind of have to leave. She was like, And Bethany know that baby stolen. Bethany know where the baby came from. That's why she left the hospital that day Chrissy was talking to her. And she's like, we can just take the baby and leave. And Chrissy's like, no, we have to return that baby. Like, I know how hard it is to lose a child. Because they bonded because they both had lost a kid. And it's like, I know how hard it is to, have that. Well, we can't do that because there's another mother out here who's missing her baby. And she's like, can't we just win? Can't we win for once? I have enough money. We can leave. We can start a whole new life. We can be together. We can have a family. We can be in love. And Chrissy's like, you know what? You're right. Yeah, we should win. We should leave. We should have a shoot. I'm looking like, Christy. Excuse me, girl, are you crazy? What are you talking about? And she's like, okay, we're going to leave. So I'm like, all right. I say, Christy, god dang it, girl, what is wrong with you? At this point, we see Ella going to Rex, asking Rex for some help. And he like, I'm saying, what you need help with? What's going on? She then says how, she said, I need your help to stop the recall for me being mayor. And she said, no president has ever lost a re-election in a time of war, because she's being impeached. It's going to be a whole new election or whatever. A special election is what they call it. And it's like, no president has ever lost a re-election in time of war. You know what I'm saying? And it worked for Bush. It's going to work for me. No, when in time of war or in time of crisis, everyone wants a strong leader. And I need them to see me as a strong leader. And they like, well, I'm down. I'm just happy that we can run this town together since you are now embracing who you are. And which is her evil side or whatever. And then she's like, well, they want to give me hell. I'm going to give them hell right back. I'm looking like, okay, so this is kind of crazy. We then see Malik go to Jabari. Basically, because he like, I assumed I would have heard back from you since telling you I'm your brother. And he like, I thought that you said family was everything, but you ever hit me up. Jabari said, bro, I don't know you. So he like, and plus, it's just too much. Like, what do you want from me? And he like, I just want you to be my brother. I've been waiting my whole life since I was 15 when I found out that I was adopted to find my family, and that's you. And I just want us to be brothers. I want you to work for my company and all these things. And Jabari like, it's just too much. It's too much, too fast. I have to think about it, But right now, it's just too much going on, and I'll get back. He had to remember, Jabari just lost his wife, his kid home, so he does have too much going on. And my thing is, get that boy some breathing room. He don't know you, bro. You is a complete stranger to him. And not only are you a complete stranger to him, he probably feel like you came in my life under false pretense and then come to me truthfully with how things were. And you didn't. If you wanted me to be your brother, you could have came to me and said, hey, I'm your brother. Let's be whatever. But you didn't do it. You was just sneaking underhanded or whatever. And then for him to find out you also was corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Because he said, all I know about is being in the streets. I don't know about being in a corporate life. He's like, what you think the corporate life is? It's still the streets. It's just in suits. I said, well, that's it's a little bit true, but not all the way true. Anyway, Jabari like, look, I just need time to think about it, whatever. We then see Leona without her wig. I said, bitch. It was a cute girl. She had cute hair under that wig. But she, she's a real shortcut. She's being wheeled into the crazy house. So I'm looking like, and as she's being wheeled into the crazy house, Malik is right there. So I'm looking like, well, who was Malik there to see? Like, what's going on? But maybe Malik is there to see. Wait. Is Deborah, not Deborah, Gloria. Is Gloria Malik's birth mom? And also Jabari, is that who came over at the end? I have to rewind it because okay, wait. I should pause it right. Anyway, no, we're gonna stop right there. Malika's there getting somebody, okay? It is what it is. And he see Leona. They had a little conversation. Now Leona don't know who he is. And he like, you getting what you deserve. She's like, do I know you? You took me from my mom all them years ago, and now I've gotten you back. You know what I'm saying? I took your church. I fucked your daughter. You know what I'm saying? You up in here. I basically ruined your whole life. And she's like, Malik, whatever, Thompson. You so stupid. Do you think that you would be where you are if I left you with that, what did you call her? That ghetto trash mother, you know what I'm saying? He like, whatever, you getting what you deserve. And I'm like, well, it's true. she still to the end is like, I'm still Leona Bird, and I don't care if I, cause she's like, you thought you would get away with taking me from my mother and taking children from young mothers and selling them. You think you would get away with that? And she's still looking like, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't do it, your ass wouldn't be who you are today. And he like, well, you know what? You suck here, and you know what I'm saying? I'm happy within that. So at the end, we see Malik going back to Jabari, like, bruh, I'm back. We here or whatever. And he like, I told you, like, I'm not trying to talk about business. Like, this ain't about business. He then has his, this is our mom. She's here. And because when I was watching it, I was doing something else. I didn't look at her face. I think it's Gloria. I don't think they ever said Malik mama name. I don't. I'm going to watch it again. I ain't going to watch it right now. But I'm going to get to the end again. I think that's what it was. So the baby that Gloria was talking about they stole was Malik. And they did steal Malik and give him away. So that's why Gloria was going crazy all that time. So that is crazy. And then we see Christy come to her senses. And we see that she took the baby. And she took the baby to Miles and Sam and said, this is your son. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry for everything. And then the police, because they know she was on the run. So the police found her and they handcuffed her. And she said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And Miles and Tam were just happy to have their son. We see that whole part. We then see the detective meeting with Sam. Sam is the reporter lady. And you know what I'm saying? He's saying, like, I'm not a cop anymore, but I have a story I need to get out to the masses or whatever. And so, you know what I'm saying, this is a story of all these young mothers who was told they had stillborn babies back in the day at the clinic. And then at that exact same time, all the church members adopted babies. It was a baby born within the church where so of course, she's like, so they were taking the babies from these, welfare moms basically and giving them to the wealthy church members and basically selling the babies. And he's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, at that point in time, only Gloria was the only one who was speaking up, and they put her in the psych ward because they made her think she was crazy. And the day after she told the pastor her story, the pastor was killed in that fire. So you think, well, Leona killed her husband? He's like, we have to prove it. He's like, we don't know, we have to prove it. They then say, like, back then the fire was started like a Molotov cocktail and some kerosene and some oils. And as they're talking, you see Ella at a podium talking about persevering over crazy acts and people, vandals. I said vandals and bandits. Vandals doing this and this and this, and having to just overcome whatever. And I'm like, she talking as if she talking about a tragedy that happened. Ain't nothing happened yet. But you also see oils of kerosene and things, a Molotov cocktail being thrown, and guess who doing it? Rex. Rex is burning down the church for a second time, which means the reason him and Leona was in cahoots before was because he burnt the church down the first time for Leona, and now he burned it down the second time for Ella. But the detective and Sam is aware of it. And they just had to. So I'm looking like, okay, at this point in time, we then see Ella is practicing the speech because Rex is burning down the church. So her come to rescue him is going to be the church burning down and her being the saving grace. So I'm looking like, well, God dang it. That was a good way to end it. I do think Gloria was Malik and Jabari's mom. And where Jabari felt like she left me just out the blue, she didn't leave out the blue. Leona and them had her committed. And in hindsight, Rex was a part of it because Rex burnt the church down. So was that the real reason why Rex took in Jabari? Because he felt guilty for helping have his mama committed to a psych ward. I was looking like, bitch. I was very interested at that point. So it was a really, really good ending. So, what I'm saying? Put your comments in below. I will be back next season, but of course, as y'all know, I review all kind of other shows, so make sure to stick around, watch some of the videos, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like this video, and also share it on your social media. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.